Honestly, Internet, you'd think you'd realize by now that we cats have a far greater grasp on grammar than this lolcat rubbish. Ugh, I can't be bothered with this.
And, alright. If you watch enough of my videos, you'll gather that I'm somewhat of a grammar snob. And in some schools they substitute the proper use of subject-verb conjugation is no longer hip.
Are you doing intro ni? I would stay out of their lol or pics are awesome. I would stay there lol.
Oh, and there's my blog, Improper Apostrophe. This is, of course, assuming that others are, or at least should be, striving for English standard grammar perfection also. This is assuming the literacy of adults everywhere. One shouldn't assume. You know what they say you do when you assume. There are 774 million adults worldwide that are illiterate in their native language. ProLiteracy.org of Literacy Volunteers of America defines literacy as such: the ability to read, write, compute, and use technology at a level that enables an individual to reach his or her full potential as a parent, employee, and community member. You may not be an avid book reader, but that doesn't mean that literacy doesn't play a huge role in your life. Seriously, think about it. What position would you be in if you lacked the basic skills necessary to read road signs, medicine bottles, cooking instructions on food packaging, or perhaps to read and fill out a job application? Have you taken your skills for granted? If you know me, you know that I'm more of a doer than a talker, and I prefer to effect change locally. This fall I decided to join forces with the awesome that is Literacy Volunteers of Rensselaer County. LVORC for short.
Literacy Volunteers is really oriented toward working with individuals to give them an opportunity to get the skills that they need in order to do what they want to do as individuals.
The training was basically free, and they trained me to tutor both basic literacy and English as a second language students. I'm sure you'll be relieved to know that the students pay nothing to utilize these services. Since this is Project for Awesome and you know where I'm going with this, you're probably wondering,
why do you need funding if you're a volunteer-based organization? The short answer is that it takes a professional staff in order to keep a volunteer organization going. We also have physical facilities to maintain. So we have an office to maintain, we have a resource center to maintain.
You might also be wondering, why should I care about Literacy Volunteers of Rensselaer County? I don't live anywhere near there. LVORC is an accredited affiliate of ProLiteracy America. Link in the doobly-doo for both ProLiteracy.org, the national organization, which has so much more great information about literacy that I can't even contain here. Or if you live near or have a heart for Rensselaer County, New York, there's a link also in the doobly-doo to donate to and learn more about LVORC. And whether or not you have money to donate, consider volunteering. The need is great. The sacrifice on your part is nowhere near oppressive. And if I haven't said enough to persuade you, just know that it looks really good on resumes. Thank you.
Literacy Volunteers is a grassroots volunteer organization, and we exist to serve adults who have a wide range of literacy needs. We serve adults who are looking to improve their basic literacy skills. They might be interested in preparing for a GED. They might be interested in reading better in order to participate in their children's education. They might understand that they need better literacy skills in order to do better in their jobs or to improve their employment. And then we also serve adults who are learning English as a second language or a third or fourth or fifth language in some cases. We have adults who never completed their own basic education. We have adults who graduated high school and still are not able to read and write to the best of their ability. We have adults who were never educated in their home countries. And we also have people who come to us with advanced degrees and training, but who are unable to use that education and training because they can't speak English. So they're improving their English in order to do what they can with the skills that they already have. Literacy Volunteers is really oriented toward working with individuals to give them an opportunity to get the skills that they need in order to do what they want to do as individuals. So it's based on individual goals, and it's based on the individual needs of the learner. We work with volunteer tutors. We train volunteers to identify the goals and the needs of the learners, and we train those volunteers to create lessons that meet those needs. In pairing a volunteer tutor with a student, we're essentially building a team who go on then to achieve whatever goal that that student has in mind for him or herself. There's a lot of stigma attached for basic literacy students in America who hide the fact that they don't read, hide the fact that they can't write, because to be identified as somebody who is illiterate is still very much a stigma for people who have come through the education system. And what we do is we help people to build the confidence that they need in order to achieve what they're looking to achieve. For our students who come here from other countries, in many cases they are very isolated by the fact that they don't communicate well in English. So they don't really feel part of the community because they can't express the ideas that they have in their own language. It also provides opportunities for tutors to use the skills and the gifts that they have. When I have an opportunity to be in a room full of literacy volunteers, tutors, all of whom are engaged in this process, for me it feels like the best part of being in a country that embraces civic involvement. It's the best thing about being in a society that values human potential and human worth and human rights. It's the best thing about knowing that learning is a lifelong process. So it's an extraordinary organization. It's an extraordinary process to be able to go through both with the learners and the tutors.